Here we are. This is a. Ooh, now we're on video. I gotta do some video for it. We're not on video. What is this? What is this all about here? We're on video. This isn't radio. This isn't a podcast. What's going on here?
It's a video cast.
It's a video cast. Don't expect a lot of these in the very near future. We're still a long ways from being video producers in any way, shape, or form. But we thought it's about time we experimented with this media a little bit. My name is Justin Potts, one of your hosts here, and we've got a whole cast and crew together today. Who do we got?
Chris.
Chris Hughes. Little Chris.
Imada-san.
Somehow. And what we're going to do here is, this is a bit of an experiment. We just finished recording a nearly 2-hour session on Kanzake, or hot sake, warm sake, whatever you want to call it. We're considering doing a few interesting sort of tips and tricks videos to supplement what we're doing on the podcast. And so this is experiment number 1. And since we're talking about Kanzake, what we've got here are a few tools for warming sake and a couple of different vessels for drinking sake. And what we're going to do is we're going to experiment with both of these and get everybody's personal thoughts and feelings on the subject. What we've got here, we've got Kanzake. This is the standard hot water bath. This is kind of the industry standard. This is when it comes to quality and service. This is what you see in many places. These guys own it, they run the show. What we have here is the Kanpetto, the first version of this to go home. It is an electric heater. It plugs in at the back here. You adjust your temperature based on volume on the bottom here, if you can see that. Without spilling there. Look at that. And what I've done is we have this bottle of Gikyo that is now empty. It's Yamada Nishiki, polished down to 60%. It's got some age on it. And what I've done is I've put Ichigo, 108 milliliters in here, as well as in here. The hot water bath has been heating very slowly, as per its nature. This guy went from room temperature to just over 50 degrees in a matter of about 2 minutes or so. We're going to compare how these both stand up against one another. Let's start with the Kanpetto. And we'll go with, and we're going to not just compare how these two taste in reference to one another, but also in these two different glass types here. You want to serve that guy up?
Sure.
Go for it. Go for it.
Kanpetto.
And so the idea is to experiment how both these different tools, as far as for heating, both how these two compare from a quality standpoint, as well as these two different vessel types. Hita-hai being pretty standard, particularly these days, with the Ochoko being a very just industry standard, but not necessarily considered to, in general, be the number one option when it comes to service quality flavor. So let's give this a shot. Okay. Have a sip here, everybody. Take your pick. Take your pick. Take one for me, one for you. Take your pick. I'm going to pull this because now we're at the same temperature as this one. So I warmed this. This is about 52 degrees. And then we served it because there's not much distance and we're serving really quickly here. The temperature isn't going to drop all that significantly when it's served because we're serving directly from here into this single vessel. That's good. That's good. That's really nice. While we're on that mark, now with the Ochoko.
In the line.
Oh, the finish. Oh, the finish is... Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? A kind of a caramel finish.
Yes.
Right?
Really nice.
Did we get that? Oh, there we go. And then if you want to go ahead and take an Ochoko, everyone.
Put a little bit of savoriness as well.
Yeah, I would love saving it. So there's loads of umami in there, right? Oh, yeah, I see what your aroma as you expect.
My cup is smiling.
So is it different finish, isn't it? Like, it's almost like more nutty.
More nutty. I get a bitterness in this
Yeah.
that I don't get in the other
I
one.
agree with that, definitely.
There's a harshness in here
Yeah.
that is not
Yeah.
here.
There's
And a lot more heady.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
feel it's more closed kind
It's
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think the body, right? It's closing the body, and the body is the alcohol, right? So that's why the alcohol feels more prominent as well.
And the way you're drinking it, you can feel it goes right to the back of your throat. Like it kind of hits you right at
Yeah.
the roof of your mouth, right in the back there.
But you
which
might
is-
kind of choke on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the heat and the headiness and everything.
Yep.
This is why it can just get kind of.
Yeah.
Punchy.
And the Hirahai dropped in temperature really quick.
Really, really fast. So
Right.
now,
Yeah.
so now this is probably we served it at it was about 52 degrees. Porter probably everybody's probably drinking about 50 degrees or just below.
Oh, wow.
At this point, it's probably 35 or so. I
Yeah.
would say, but it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's
And
really-
as it
it's
cools
really pleasant.
down, it loses that finish, right? The finish kind of becomes shorter, and you don't get as much kind of pronounced flavors at the end. It's really, really interesting.
A lot more custardy, definitely.
Yeah, a
with
lot
the
more
Hirahai.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
creme
Not
brulee.
too
More
sweet,
dessert,
but not
right?
too
More like a
sweet.
dessert. Almost feels sweeter. I'm not sure. I mean,
1400?
might be.
No, I think you're right. It feels a lot drier with the cup.
Mm.
All right, finish those off. I got another serving for you.
Okay. It's really interesting that my body, naturally chooses this one.
It kind of gravitates toward that.
That's right.
Okay.
Try harder.
Now again,
Okay.
here we're at 50. We're at
Mine?
52 degrees with this guy. Here we go. We'll start with the. Oops. Want to get on it?
You want me to do it?
Go for it.
We going,
Serve us up.
you know,
We'll just go straight down. We'll just go straight down the line. How about that? We'll just line them both up, and everybody can.
do them both at the same time.
Yeah.
It feels like a darker color. More intensity. I mean.
Yeah. Just so you know, I haven't doctored this in any way, shape, or form. I haven't heated, cooled, reheated. I haven't stirred. I haven't done anything to doctor the process. They both. I put them in, waited till it got to 52, 53 degrees, and pulled them. That's it.
You got an adult pour then.
Very snappy finish, isn't it?
Mm.
Gone. There's a lovely mid palate to it, which is
It's
very nice.
very different.
Very different. More
Very
cereal.
different.
More cereal like
Yeah,
oats
and it's
and
definitely elegant
yeah,
compared to the
Yeah.
one before.
Yeah.
yeah.
That being said, I enjoyed this.
Uh-huh.
This was enjoyable in the Hirahai. I enjoyed this.
Ooh. Oh, the aroma. You didn't believe that was the same sake.
Yeah. You get a similar effect before just because of the nature of the two different vessels.
Yeah.
This one you tend to get a little bit more of that attack in there. It's a little bit intense.
Harsher.
That is a little harsher. That being said, all the way across the board, it's generally just more gentle, much more
Yeah.
mild,
Yeah.
having used the Kanzake and the Chiro.
Mm.
That being said, I did enjoy this.
Mm.
In the Hirahai, I actually enjoyed this quite a
Fast,
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, this was
easier
yeah.
to handle.
It's the sweetness tends to be less prevalent. I feel like in this.
I agree with that. Mm. It's
I
more
feel
pleasant.
like the finish was longer.
Yeah.
The
Right.
competto.
Right.
Mm.
And then especially out of the ochoko, chirori one feels a lot more alcoholic, and then it
Yeah.
goes down warm. So if that's what you're after, it might be good. It definitely has that kick and a bite.
Mm.
But if you're not too familiar with sake, want something a bit easier to go down, maybe actually the competto in a hirahai
This
might
is
be
a
a winner.
reasonable option. This is absolutely a reasonable option.
I can still feel it now, like
Yeah.
as
yeah.
I speak.
It
It's
leaves
kind
a
of like,
burn,
yeah,
doesn't
it's
it?
burning.
Resonating in that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. It's very, very
Interesting.
strong alcohol finish. Yeah.
Experiment number 1. Winner.
I'd say the company.
I would say competto.
Competto. What about you, sir?
Maybe. I'm very unhappy with that thing right now. So
You are biased.
We've been having arguments prior to this.
we had words before.
Masa-san?
I prefer
This guy?
yeah, of
Play
That's
Kanzake.
nice.
Of course.
How about between the otoko and the hirahai?
Yeah, the Hirahai.
Hirahai, hands
Hands
down.
down, no mistake.
Irrespective of either
No
of these.
mistake.
Hirahai, this guy,
Yeah.
clear winner across the board.
Because the alcohol is enhanced by warming it up anyway. You don't want to enhance it
Yeah.
anymore by putting it in.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen.
One thing with this as well, as it cools, it tends to cool much more gently as well too, it feels like. The transition doesn't feel
Yeah.
as harsh.
Yeah,
Goodness.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
God, it's a tough pick between. I enjoyed both of these in the Hirahai actually for different reasons. They both. I found them both rather pleasant. It's so hard to choose between your children. But with that was experiment number 1. There will be at least one episode of Sake on Air coming up very soon, focusing entirely on what we just did here. So stay tuned, tune in, and follow us at Sake on Air on all of your social media. And feel free to send us your questions at questions@sakeonair.com. Kanpai.
Bye.
Bye. And to you too, Frank.
Bye.
Thanks, Frank.